Diolch Llywydd. Ar yr 11 o y mis yma, mi atebodd yr gweinidog ddau gwestiwn ysgrifenedig gafodd ei gyflwyno gen i ynglyn â Barnet Consequentials i Gymru yn sgil pecyn cyllido y degfed o ragfyr ar gyfer prosiect Crossrail. Mi ddwedwyd mewn ymateb i fi bod trafodaethau'n parhau rhwng swyddogion y Llywodraeth a swyddogion Llywodraeth Cymru, felly a swyddogion Llywodraeth y Deyrnas Unedig. Oes na ddiweddariad i ni gan y Llywodraeth am y trafodaethau hynny?
Thank you very much for raising this. I'm afraid I don't have a further update beyond the fact that discussions are currently ongoing between HM Treasury officials and Welsh Government officials with regard to that Crossrail investment and what potential consequentials could be in Wales. We are waiting further detail from the Treasury. I have to say it is very difficult to get timely answers from the Treasury at the moment, but as soon as we have any further information, of course, we'll share it with members.
Well, an answer has been given to my parliamentary colleague Jonathan Edwards, MP. Asked a very similar question to mine, to UK Government, received this response. As the Government is providing a loan to the Greater London Authority, this is being treated as a long-term reprofiling of Department for Transport's budget. The devolved administrations have been offered Barnet's consequentials of the DFT reprofile, and it's up to individual DAs if they take up this offer. Can you confirm that the offer has been made? What was the nature of the offer that was made? Were there conditions attached to that? Is it the fact that conditions have been attached to it that are slowing a decision down from Welsh Government? And shouldn't this be a priority to see a potential new source of money as a way of investing in transport, investment that's desperately needed?
As I say, those discussions are ongoing in terms of how any potential consequentials could be used in Wales and over what time period, whether it would require any reprofiling of our existing capital spend. But I will endeavour to update members on this as soon as I possibly can.
Okay, we know that infrastructure or transport infrastructure spending in Wales is way behind the curve compared certainly with the southeast of England and the London area, and in fact if capital spend here in Wales had kept up to pace with capital spend per head in the south east of England and London, an additional £5.6 billion would have been spent here in Wales over the past 20 years. Now I see that as £5.6 billion missed. Would you agree that this is a classic case of underfunding Wales by UK government? Would you agree to make it a priority to see if there is a source of funding here? And would you perhaps consider that this has been a failure by Welsh Government to stop that gap from increasing over the 20 years since you came into power in 1999?
I would suggest that comparing spend in Wales to London and the South East isn't necessarily a particularly accurate comparison to make. Normally when you make comparisons they are with other parts of the UK which are relatively similar in terms of population and income per head and those kind of issues. We're making really significant investment across Wales in terms of capital investment. You'll know about the plans that we have for the city deals, the North Wales growth deal. We're really keen to see what more progress we can be making on that. And of course, last year, May alone, we announced another £266 million of new capital investments alongside the publication of the Wales Infrastructure Investment Plan Midpoint Review. And our budget, which we recently passed through the Assembly, obviously builds on that. So we have investment of additional £60 million on road refurbishment, £78 million further for the local transport fund, almost £43 million over 2 years on the Taffswell Rail Depot, £35 million investment in the social housing grant, and £25 million to create 7 strategic hubs across the South Wales valleys in line with our ministerial task force work on the South Wales valleys. So we are certainly making serious capital investment here in Wales.